Hey everyone, it's Baze Junkie transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and we're back with my chart haul video for November 2K25. One record on show this time because, as I said in the last chart haul video, I decided to basically step back from buying new music, like contemporary music that has been released like this year or will be released in the future for the time being. So there will be this one, there will be one in December, and then this series with the chart haul videos will stop. And the one we'll have on show today is a thing that is kind of, questionable, I think. It's on the members only label, The Worst Edits Volume 9. And interesting label design here, I think. I love the typography here, and the B side, the A side. Looks pretty similar, a 12-inch with like 3 long tracks on there, and the members only label is quite a curious affair because they started in an era like in the early 2000s when like house edits and all that were like a big thing, and a lot of like record stores were flooded with illegal bootleg things and stuff, and there was a time when more bootlegs were released than like proper releases actually, and then they stopped, and now they kind of reappeared a few years ago on like after like taking more than a 10 years break, I guess. And I've heard quite a lot of these or checked the sound files because, as I said, I work in vinyl distribution, and I believe the guy behind this label is Jamal Moss, also known as the Hieroglyphic Being, a name that might be familiar to all of those who follow like American techno. He, as a producer, is always a kind of special one because a lot of his releases are super lo-fi and interesting, trippy, not that like following a like clear structure sometimes, but feel more or less like live jams recorded like live to tape or whatever, and then released, like cut up and then released. And I usually am not a big fan of his like usual releases. He runs the Mathematics label as well, I guess, which is an outlet for a lot of the like kind of stuff he does, which is somewhat related to Detroit techno, but not really, also very lo-fi housey, and the aesthetics of this release kind of fits into this, because for the most DJs those will be unplayable, those tracks on here. There is Hex, the Hex on A1, which is a kind of lo-fi, very thin sounding techno, post-punk fusion thing. The beats are all over the place at times, so that's like sounds like a train wreck when a DJ tries to beat match 2 records and doesn't like succeed in that. So at times it's like all like utter chaos and not really a big bass in there. So for a club context, this is like kind of hard. The post-punk thing that is in there is a super famous one, which I don't remember right now in terms of the name, but there's always a female vocal voice singing like "Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down," and then we have like some like pretty significant synthesizer in the back, which sounds like a flute kind of, and has a very flute-like melody, but not ethereal, but more like jazzy, harsh kind of thing. Probably you know what this is, but I've been trying to find out what the original post-punk thing is, but I didn't succeed. Then we got the Weekend Event on B2, which is like disco, but super high-speed disco edit stuff, which is totally over the top, way too fast for disco. Also the post-punk thing in the A track in the Hex is also way too fast kind of, and sounds like someone had like sped up a tape machine or something. And then on the B side we have Crunch Cake and Rainbow Sherbet. I guess sherbet is some kind of food. I don't know exactly what this is, but I've heard that. And this is like an ultra long, like I guess 10 minutes, 12 minutes kind of deep housey affair with a lot of tribal drums, and in the end we have some like disco licks and vocals added like in the last quarter of the track. But also the sound quality on this one is very, very lo-fi. It's like be-lo-fi kind of. So interesting stuff, unplayable for the most DJs, and I guess what made me buy this is the Hex, because I got a thing for like this post-punk industrial era thing. So this, I don't know when I will ever play this, if ever, because there are no DJ dates inside for now, but this is the one that made me like, well, gravitate to this record, and the reason I bought that. And yeah, like talking gravitation or gravitating to different music, I think the post-punk goth industrial thing is a thing I'm like really gravitating to at this moment. I'm like pulling up a lot of CDs from that era, and like from a time when I was writing about that kind of music as well, because I got a lot of promos. And like, as you probably saw on my Instagram, I posted like Eyeless in Gaza, the Caught in Flux album yesterday, and I will like pull up more from that era. And I bought like an 88 Crystal album, like an older one I had like sitting somewhere like a week or two ago, and which is more like minimal wavy kind of. And yeah, that is probably a thing I will gravitate or explore more, I guess, whenever I buy records which come from different places and not from like contemporary releases or contemporary like issues, I guess, aka being released in this year or in the future. So, but this is just a rambly side note. I guess I'm gonna end this video here because I don't want to make this too long for like talking about one record only. And as usual, one is coming up in December. After that, we will see what happens. Baze Junkiii out. See you in the next one, I guess.